to that mountainside where those tall pine trees seem to touch the sky, where the morning sun shines in the sky on those crystal streams that sparkle by.
Hey, this is my Atlatl rack in my hallway here down at the little cabin. And I'm getting ready to go up in the loft. And why don't you just come on up with me and I'll tell you a story. We built this place in over 20 years ago. The mud daubers came in and made nests before we had it all sealed in. And you can see right over here that I left the nests be. I like them. And you can tell they've been evacuated. The little hole in there, the mud dauber will lay an egg in there and it'll catch spiders and bugs, paralyze them alive and leave them in there for their young to feed off of, and then when they mature they pop out. Anyway, this is the lair, and especially in the winter months. In the winter months, hey P-Bug, oh, well, he wants in on the action. I'm sorry, P-Bug, I almost forgot about you. I sleep up here, and P-Bug and my little dog Josie sleep up here with me. P-Bug has to be in close. He's always under the covers. If I roll over a ½ inch, he rolls into me the whole night long. So, yeah, have you been neglected today? Ooh. Yeah, I love this place. Oh, sorry there, P-Bug. I love to read. Do a lot of reading in the wintertime. Got Jack London here's one of my favorites. I like to write. I'm not a great writer, but I do have great things to write about. I've actually written 2 books, and I hope to get them published sometime this year. But one of my most favorite things to do in the wintertime up here is to study National Forest maps of the Rocky Mountains and plan trips for the following year. Now today we're going to share a story with you of a trip that Niecy and I took out west. It was her first trip. And our first camp up in the Rocky Mountains, we went up and down a rugged 4-wheel drive road to a high lake. It's a lot of fun. It takes about 3 days for your lungs to acclimate. So we didn't hike very far, but we did some fishing, we did some hiking, and here's a little bit of that.
I don't see it.
He's right there on that log.
Okay.
2 feet to the right, do you see? He's just sitting there eating.
I'm on him. fish fresh caught out of the river. My first trout in the Rockies ever. You're going to see how well they taste.
Now our second camp, I had picked out a remote stream on the map the winter before that. And it just looked very enticing. And we headed that way after a few days, and had I known how bad that road was, I would have never gone down it. So here we are in my brother's truck. By the way, I did swipe my older brother's four-wheel drive truck for this trip. We're going down the mountain. There's hardly any road. We're going down the mountain. There's hardly any road at all. But we can't turn around and go back. And so 2 or 3 miles winding down, we come to this beautiful meadow with a stream, pristine, full of native cutthroat trout. And we spent like 3 incredible days there. We did fishing. I used my Atlatl spear as a fishing pole. I'd go out in the fields and catch a grasshopper and then crawl up to the edge and drop it in there. The grasshoppers were actually a lot harder to catch than the fish. We hunted small game with our Atlatl spears. And we took a hike one day down this stream, and I saw something I've never seen before. The stream just disappeared. It went underground. There was a cave. It went in this hole of a cave, and it just dropped down and went into the mountain. We hiked about halfway around that mountain to see where that stream came out. It did not come out. So I have no clue where that water goes, whether it goes for miles underneath the surface of the earth, down deep, and then comes out somewhere, or just what happens to it. I don't know. But that was very, very interesting. So check it all out. That's a nice one. That's a good one.
Wow, look at him.
Hold him up by your face. Oh my gosh, that's a beauty. good one. That's a good one. Hold on. That's a good one. Hold on. Hold on, please. Listen to me. Oh. Same one for me.
Lost it. Okay.
And bring it back there. It's a great day to be alive. I'm gonna climb this tree. That's a good spear. Got it. Hey. No squirrels were harmed in the making of this video. Put him over here in the sunshine. Hold him close. Yeah, hold him still there. One to the left.
On.
He's right to the left of the tree, Taylor.
I'm on.
Finally made a decent shot. Well, after about 3 wonderful days there, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we got to drive out of here, and I don't know if we're going to make it or not. But I'm trying to put that out of my mind so I can enjoy the experience. And Niecy comes up to me and she says, she goes, I'm really upset about all those scratches we put on your brother's truck. I said, Niecy, that is the least of my worries. I'm just worried about whether or not we can get this truck back up out of here or not. So after about 3 or 4 days, we headed up and we made it. She was driving, thank God. But it was tough. I videotaped some of it. I had to get out of the truck, take rocks, build little bridges over streams, ravines in the road, ditches. It was pretty hairy there for a while, but we made it. But I'll show you what it was like. Go ahead and check this out. That's the song. Come on. That away, that away, that away, that away, that away. Tack it on, you got it. You got it. Oh, that was quite an experience there. And for the record, well, I'm talking to my older brother right now. If for some reason you're watching this, I want you to know that those scratches were on that truck before we took off out of West Virginia. From there, we headed down to lower elevation. There were a lot of antelope down there. It's an animal I've never been around much before. Maybe someday I'd like to hunt them. I studied them for about a week. We took a ride out through the mountain one day. There were hundreds of prairie dogs. I conned Niecy into taking a shot at one. And she said, whatever you do, don't show that. Well, we didn't, neither one of us wanted to kill one. I just said, hey, do it. It'll be good video. And fortunately, the little guy got out of the way in a hurry. And then we saw something really odd. It was up in a tree down over the hillside, and we were way back in there. Niecy thought it was a bear up in the tree. I thought it was Bigfoot. I got out with the camera, had to hike down closer to videotape it, and it wasn't a bear or Bigfoot, but to this day I don't know what it is, so you'll see that also.
That was fun.
What'd he do, jump string on you?
He did. He jumped down in the hole.
How'd the shot look?
Short and to the left.
It wouldn't have mattered, would it?
No.
Okay, let's go find another one. I'm dying to eat one of those critters. Tell me when you're on.
I'm on it.
Stop, 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 stop. We're a week and a half into our Rocky Mountain adventure. This is our third campsite. We spent a week up in the high mountains, and now we're at a lower elevation hunting for antelope. I just took a shot at a jackrabbit. That was one lucky jackrabbit. Kind of glad I missed him in a way. They don't taste that good. If I kill him, I am going to eat him. But all three of our campsites have been by streams, and I love camping by a stream. Not just the fishing, but also going to sleep and listening to it. It's been a great trip. We've had a lot of fun. And yes, it is a great day to be alive. It's always good to have you with us. Hope you enjoyed yourself today. I'm going to split open one of these National Forest maps and start planning my next trip out west. I should have an elk tag for that. We'll catch up with you next time.
Got lost down a Myrtle Road, shot a flare up in the sky. No one came, cause no one cared. Did you leave me there? Did you hope I'd die? I died. I died. I died. I died.